Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, a.k.a. Mazuma TV. Back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive day. I'm just enjoying this beautiful Philadelphia weather, man. I figured I'd tap in with y'all to currently discuss what's going on in the boxing world. But before we get into that, if y'all could please hit the like button on the way in, that'd be very much appreciated. We on the road to 4K. We well into the 3,400 mark. Looking to crack that 3,500 mark in due time. Shout out to the nation and the mob for making this possible. All right, y'all, a huge bombshell, and maybe an expected bombshell, but a huge bombshell nonetheless has been dropped on the boxing world, man. It is official. It is signed, sealed, delivered, ready to go. Shout out to Matchroom Boxing. Shout out to Top Rank. Shout out to The Zone for all coming together, and most importantly, the fighters for coming together to make this huge fight happen. June 27th. At the Barclays in Brooklyn, we got Jaron Ennis going up against the current, not the past, the current unified 154-pound champion of the world in Zander Zayas, man. You see what I'm saying? I'm so fucking excited for this fight, man. It's on, it's lit, it's popping. We got Puerto Rico versus Philly. A little flashback to Bernard Hopkins versus Tito Trinidad, how it went down at Madison Square Garden in New York. They bringing it over to Brooklyn, man. Another one. You feel what I'm saying? This all this list popping. Yo, listen, man. Like I stated in previous videos, I said that if this fight gets made, I'm gonna give Zander Zayas all of the credit in the world. So here I am to salute you, brother. You got some cojones, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you, because you could have taken every avenue except this one. As a unified champion, you had options. You see what I'm saying? But what did you choose to do? Take one of the most dangerous, if not the most dangerous fight in the division with somebody who currently isn't an active world champion. You see what I'm saying? Jaron Ennis, what he got? He got 35 wins, 31 knockouts or something. One of the best knockout artists in the sport of boxing. One of the most talented, you know what I mean? One of the most well-rounded fighters in the game today. That's who you decided to face when, you know, he had trouble making fights in the past. And I was telling people well over a month ago that this is going to be the biggest fight at 154 pounds. I just did not expect this fight to get done so soon. So that lets me know that if these fighters actually want the fight to happen, the fight could get put together relatively quickly, man. You know what I mean? If the fighters are the ones that really want this shit, you know what I mean? Shouldn't no managers, shouldn't no networks, shouldn't no promoters get in the way of this happening. And I was hearing that the top ranked matchmakers was split on the whole situation with Zander facing Boots. You know what I mean? I guess they felt like that wasn't a fight that they should take right now. But Zander said that this is what this boxing shit is all about. Facing the best competition. And they had no choice but to bow down and respect it. So, man, much respect to Zander Zayas, man. He could have flexed his A-side role on Boots and, you know, looked down on Boots as if he was nothing, and, you know, look at the other way, and Boots would have had no other option but to respect it and just hope that these sanctioning bodies put him in position. But Zander's giving him an opportunity. That lets me know how confident he is. That lets me know how courageous he is. You know what I mean? And you better believe I'm gonna be in the building. There ain't no doubt about it. Yo, the nation gonna be in the building, man. I'm hearing a bunch of people saying that they gonna show up. Listen, man, when I say I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna show up. You ain't got to worry about it. I'm going to be in the building. I'm going to be in attendance that night, and I'm rocking for my boy Jaron Boots Ennis. I don't give a fuck what anybody talking about. You can pull out the trader card all you want. You know what I mean? I got just as much African, you know, black DNA than I have Puerto Rican. So, you know what I mean? I'm entitled to choose whatever side the fuck I want to choose. You feel what I'm saying? So, I'm rooting for Jaron Ennis heavy in this genre, man. I've been saying since 2016, 2017 that Jaron Boots Ennis will be a world champion. He already surpassed my expectations of becoming a unified champion, and he's in position to possibly do it again. Shout out to Boots, because, you know what I mean, there was a lot of people, you know, shitting on Jaron Ennis, saying how, you know, he's going to be the next Demetrius Andrade, and, you know, Eddie Hearn ain't doing shit for his career. And I was telling everybody, bro, like, I understand y'all frustration, but reserve y'all opinions until Boots announces his next fight. Reserve y'all opinions until we see what Eddie Hearn does for Boots. What y'all got to say now? 2 fights in the 154-pound division. He gets a top 10 guy in Luis Malima, beats him, stops him in 1 round, and now he's about to face the unified 154-pound champion in the world. What other fight would be better than this at this point in time in terms of meaningfulness, in terms of legacy, in terms of world titles? Zander Zayas is the only unified champion in the division right now. So this fight makes the most sense, especially when you're Boots and you're looking to grab all of the titles at 154. He said that was his intentions. He said that's what he wanted to do. He's doing it. He's getting it done. Zander Zayas says that this is his division. He genuinely feels like he's the best guy in the sport of boxing. You could tell he was confident because he fought for, he unified the division in just 2 fights. In 2 consecutive fights, he unified the division. So he living up to his word as well. Zander says that he's, he been going around saying, and still. Boots is saying, and the new. We gotta see who gonna walk it like they talking, man. They giving some good talk right now. Boots calling him a kid. Zander wearing the boots, all trolling him and shit like that. It sound good, but now it gotta go down. Now these motherfuckers gotta see each other. And we gonna see tonight who's gonna have a really strong case and stating that they're the best 154-pound champion in the world. Zander Zayas, he beats Jaron Ennis. He's going to be the next Puerto Rican star, the next Miguel Cotto, the next Tito Trinidad, the next Wilfred Benitez, Wilfredo Gomez. That's how significant of a win this will be for Zander Zayas' career. If Jaron Ennis beats Zander Zayas, that now makes him a 2-division unified champion in the sport of boxing. And now you got to talk about putting Jaron Ennis on the pound-for-pound list. Hands down, no debating. I feel like the winner of this fight deserves to be on the pound-for-pound list. Ain't no way you, Zander Zayas, you get 2 titles back-to-back in less than a year, and then you go ahead and you beat an undefeated former unified champion. And Jaron Ennis is one of the most dangerous fighters walking this planet, and you don't get ranked on the pound-for-pound list. There's no way. So this is a huge risk, but also huge reward involved. Fuck the money. I'm talking about what it does for their career moving forward. So salute to Jaron Ennis, man. You know what I mean? I really appreciate you, brother. Everything that you've done for me, you know what I mean? Everything that you contribute to the sport, I'm highly appreciative of you. I appreciate you rolling the dice because not many fighters do that nowadays. And salute to Zander Zayas for giving this young, hungry lion like himself an opportunity to be great, because you could have, listened to those matchmakers that was split on the idea and fought whoever it was that Top Rank wanted you to fight. You chose to be great. You chose to show cojones. You chose to be courageous. And regardless of how the way this fight transpires, unless you just pull out or come up with some bullshit reason to not fight Boots, your career is going to excel to the next level, and you're going to get a shit ton of respect from us boxing fans, because we're not going to forget what you did for our entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So I love this fight. I'm looking forward to seeing who's going to be on the undercard. Hopefully Bruce Carrington gets on there. His first title defense in Brooklyn while he's from Brooklyn will be absolutely phenomenal. You know what I mean? Hopefully we can see some more Matchroom and top-ranked matchups. You know what I'm saying? I really hope they're able to put that together. And shout out to Jaron Ennis, shout out to Zander Zayas, shout out to DAZN, shout out to Matchroom, Top Rank, for making the big fights happen without being financed by Turki Al-Sheikh. Letting it be known that big fights could be made with or without him. Cause I feel like there's this notion now that fights can't happen unless it's financed by Turkey. Bullshit. This goes to show it right here, man. Boxing is back. You know what I mean? Boxing has started off incredibly. And I'm looking forward to the end of June, because something just tells me we're going to hear, and the new WBO junior middleweight champion of the world, Jaron Boots Ennis. You feel what I'm saying? But we're going to talk about this more tonight, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please check in. We got a whole lot to talk about, man. Until then, I hope you guys have a blessed, beautiful one. I'm up out of here, man. Peace.